In-person absentee voting in Missouri and advance voting in Kansas is over. But what if you have a mail-in or absentee ballot that you haven't turned in yet? KCTV5's Leslie Aguilar has advice for voters on both sides of the state line.
If you requested a mail-in ballot in Kansas, you can still vote if you get it into one of these ballot drop boxes by 7 o'clock tomorrow. You can also drop it off at a polling place. In Missouri, things are a little more confusing. The rules vary by local jurisdiction in Missouri on where you can deliver absentee and mail-in ballots on Election Day. Mail-in ballots in Missouri must be notarized, postmarked, and received by your local election board by 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It's obviously too late to send those by regular mail, but in eastern Jackson County, you can go to the Lexington Avenue Post Office in Independence and have them hand cancel your envelope. That means it will go directly into the election board's P.O. box there instead of traveling through the mail. Platte County voters can do the same at the Platte City Post Office and Clay County voters at the Liberty Post Office. Kansas City voters, though, should just go to the election board office at Union Station and surrender their ballot. That will clear you to vote in person instead. If you still have an absentee ballot, voters in Kansas City or in Platte or Clay counties can hand deliver them at their respective election board office. Just bring your ID. In eastern Jackson County, you can do the same at their absentee voting office. Kansas City absentee voters also have the option to take the absentee ballot to their polling location, surrender it, and then vote in person instead. Election offices are already preparing those early ballots for tabulation. We can expect preliminary numbers from those as soon as 7:15 tomorrow in some counties. But Kansas City will release Election Day totals first.
I would think it'd probably be around 8:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow, once the polls close.
Election Board Director Sean Kiefer expects long lines and lots of voters, but also believes election results will be tabulated by midnight. He believes the country will know who won the White House tomorrow night.
I think we will. We'll have a good idea. There may be some lawsuits, but I think we'll know who the next president is.
If you do plan to vote in person tomorrow, don't forget your mask. And if you are COVID positive or quarantined due to a possible exposure, call your local election office. They will accommodate you to vote, but just not at a polling place. Leslie Aguilar, KCTV 5 News.
And on another note, only voters who live in Jackson County inside Kansas City can vote at Arrowhead Stadium. So if you live in eastern Jackson County or in Kansas City, but in Platte or Clay counties, you'll have to vote at your designated polling place.